progress.
All right, we are going to take a look at the vocabulary for Great Writing 5. And I want to look at chapter 1, vocabulary. So let's jump over there and let's take a look. Okay, so we are back and we're taking a look at the vocabulary using Quizlet. I want to go ahead and review review the terms first, and then we'll go through and do some of the activities together to try and learn these words. Okay, let's take a look here. The first word is acronym. Acronym. A word formed from the first letter of each word in a series. For example, NATO, UNESCO. Acronym. Okay, the next word is to advocate. To advocate. To recommend, to support, to speak in favor of. Martin Luther King was a great advocate for the African American people. Advocate. To stir, to mix different elements together. To stir, to mix different elements together. To blend, to blend. Logically connected, making sense, understandable. Logically connected, making sense, understandable. Coherent, coherent. The next word, concealing, concealing. Hiding, covering, masking. Look at this little cutie. He's concealing his face. All right. Concealing. Steady, not changing, always acting the same way. Steady, not changing, always acting the same way. Consistent, consistent. Easily seen or noticed, noticeable. The word is conspicuous. Conspicuous. That's when you stand out. Something stands out in a group, kind of like the red apple here in the picture. Easily seen or noticed, noticeable, conspicuous. All right, the next word is to cram. To cram. You ever cram for an exam? It means stuffing information into your brain. There's also the idea of cramming stuff into your car. To stuff tightly, to fill tightly, to study hard just before a test. To cram. Next word, a disagreement, argument, or debate. A disagreement, argument, or debate. We call that a dispute. Next word, distinctive, distinctive. Clearly different, easily distinguishable from others. Distinctive. So you can see the guy here is very distinctive. He's red and everybody else is white. To fear greatly. That would be to dread. To fear greatly. Ah, this turtle's like shaking. Ah. Okay, to dread. To carry on despite difficulties. To suffer. To persevere. This word means to endure. To endure. You guys can see the soldiers. They are enduring a lot of physical hard work here. To improve, to make better. That would be to enhance something. It could be anything. You can see a picture. This house has been enhanced. Looks like they completely tore it down to me, but to enhance. To run away from danger, to escape from. That would be to flee. To flee. Look at this guy. He's like, get me out of here. Looks like he's running from bees. Oh boy. To run away from danger, to escape from, to flee. Generally, in general, generally, in general. For the most part, for the most part. Oop, let me go back. In general, generally, for the most part. Okay, showing creativity and originality, introducing something new. That would be innovative, innovative. Cool thing about these cards too is you can click right here.
Innovative.
It's kind of a computer generated sound, but it works. Innovative, showing creativity and originality, introducing something new. Okay, regular, usual, regular, usual. That would be normal, normal, regular, or usual. Same idea as average, the average person. Okay, the next word, to pace oneself. To pace oneself. To do a task at a steady rate, not too fast or too slow. You can see the hikers hiking through the snow. They have to pace themselves so that they can get to the top. Look at this guy. He's got shorts on. That's crazy. Okay. Each to their own, as we say. All right, the next word is predator. Predator. An animal that hunts other animals for food. You guys can see the bobcat chasing the rabbit. So the bobcat is a predator. Okay, here we go. Next word, to retain. To retain. To hold or keep. To hold in memory. So you can see the picture here. When you study, hopefully you will retain everything that you're learning. Retain. All right. Next, coming after or later, following. That is subsequent. Subsequent. Next, coming after or later, following. Term 23, boring, dull, tiresome, uninteresting, tedious, tedious. Boring, dull, tiresome, uninteresting, tedious. Okay, greatly, immensely, very much. Greatly, immensely, very much. This means vastly, vastly. You can see in the picture here, this is a huge, huge building. It's vast, it's big. The whole area is huge. Very interesting. Vastly. Term 25, to verify something. To verify. To check that something is true or accurate. You've got to prove it. Verify. All right, man, excellent work. Now let's take a look at our options here. Oh, that's okay. Let's just close this. And it should take us back to the mode where we can pick what we'd like. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's go in. I always like the learning. Check the learning page. Whoops, it's thinking. I think it's just got a lot going on here. It should still come up. Let's see what happens here. All right, study path. All right, you got two options. Choose a goal. Let's do the skip personalization. We're just going to jump right into it. I like the learn mode. It is pretty awesome. So it gives us a definition and we have to pick which term. A word formed from the first letter of each word in a series. What would that be? That would be, would it be 1, homonym, 2, antonym, 3, synonym, or 4, acronym? Let's try number, what do you think? Let's try number 4. And that's correct. To recommend, to support, to speak in favor of. Is it to promote, to advocate, to protect, to replace? All right. Was that 1, 2, 3, or 4? That's right. It would be to advocate, to stir, to mix different elements together. That be to quote, to dread, to flee, to blend. That would be to blend. Logically connected, making sense, understandable. Congeal, consistent, subsequent, coherent. It makes sense. It all fits together. Which one would that be? Good job. Coherent. Okay. Hiding, coverage, masking, concealing, conspicuous, subsequent, or cowering. Remember the little baby face? That would be number 1. Concealing. All right. Steady, not changing, always acting the same way. What would that be? That would be conspicuous, consistent, sufficient, or coherent. Steady, not changing, always acting the same way. That would be consistent. Good job. Okay. The next one, choose matching terms. Easily seen or noticed, noticeable, conspicuous, capricious, obsequious, or meticulous. That would be conspicuous. Nice job. All right. Excellent. All right, let's jump. We're just going to jump to round 2. And I think what we'll do here is the matching. It's a really fun kind of game. Great way to learn. And if you create a free account, it'll keep track of your high score. All right, start the game. Okay, let's just take one here. To retain, and we've got to drag it. That's right, it would go over here. To hold or keep, to hold in memory. Conspicuous. Easily seen or noticed, noticeable. So that would go with that one. How about to enhance? To enhance. Remember the picture of the two houses? To improve, to make better. Here we go. And to dread, to fear greatly. To dread, to fear greatly. Okay, and innovative, innovative. Showing creativity and originality, introducing something new. Pretty cool. And then unprotected, open to attack, easily hurt. Vulnerable. Look at those baby ducks. They're so vulnerable. All right, fantastic. Let's see here. We'll go back. See if there's one more activity here. No, we didn't want to do that. Let me just see if I can get out of here. Here we go. So the other awesome thing that you can do is play the test. The test is pretty cool. Let me see. All right. The test is pretty cool because it allows you to create a nice little, you can either do an online test or you can also just do like a PDF paper test. And it allows you to create whatever type of questions we want. So I'm going to take a look. Matching, writing, multiple choice, true, false. That's a nice little test there. I think we'll just take the writing off. Create a new test. Pretty cool. And they're going to start with a true false section. And let's just take the test. All right, to recommend, to support, to speak in favor of. Is that to advocate, true or false? That would be true. An animal that hunts other animals for food. Question number 2. Is that prey? Or is that wrong? Is that true or false? Let's say false. A word formed from the first letter of each word in a series, like NATO or UNESCO. Would the term be acronym? I believe so. Let's say true on that. Definition and term. Clearly, differently, easily distinguishable from others. Distinct. True. To do a task at a steady rate, not too fast or too slow. To advocate. That would be true. Or false. I think that one's going to be false. An animal that is hunted or caught for food, prey. What do you think? That would be true. Showing creativity and originality, introducing something new, innovative. What do you think? Yes, that's true. To check that something is true or accurate. Definition. Okay, now we got to match the term. We have to verify. Generally or in general. Would it be many of? To some extent? Of the students? For the most part? What do you think? That's right. For the most part. Next, coming after or later, following. That would be sequester, coherent, subsequent, previous. I believe that is subsequent. Logically connected, making sense, understandable. Choose the right term. So that would be coherent, consistent, congeal, subsequent. I'm going to say coherent. Okay, next one. Easily seen or noticed, noticeable, conspicuous, subsequent, capricious, meticulous. That would be, let's see, choose, match, easily seen or noticed, noticeable. Conspicuous, capricious, obsequious, or meticulous. I'm going to say conspicuous. All right. Boring, dull, tiresome, uninteresting, conspicuous, dubious, mundane, or tedious. Let's say tedious. To fear greatly, to cram, to leap, to dread, to scorn, to fear greatly. That would be dread. All right, select from the list below. Let's see the list below. Okay, here we go. Well, let's try this one. To stir, to mix different elements together. Would it be to blend, to flee, to dispute, to retain, or normal? Well, when you mix two things together, it means to blend. Next one, greatly, immensely, very much. Is it to flee, a dispute, vastly, to retain, or normal? What do you think, student? That's right, vastly. A disagreement, argument, or debate. Got to flee, to a dispute, to retain, normal. What do you think? That's right, a dispute. The next one, to run away from danger, to escape from. Which one would that be? To flee, to retain, or normal? Flee, right? To hold or keep, to hold in memory, to retain, or normal? To retain. And then the last one, regular, usual. Regular, usual, that would be normal. Okay, let's submit it and see how we did. Cool, we got 100%. All right. Super cool. And it shows all of our answers with the answer key. All right. We're just gonna go ahead and cancel. All right, man, fantastic. I just want to say a big thank you for joining me for this big review of chapter 1. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the studying of the vocabulary. All right, we'll see you back here.